So, filming this a bit of a different way, because it seems like I don't have any internet, so I can't do it on my computer, so we're gonna try to do it from my phone. Or see how this works. I wanted to get one out tonight because I can. I mean, what time is it? It's not like insanely late. I was always going to try to record it on my computer, so like, might as well just do it on my phone. Essentially the same thing. And for some reason, my phone camera quality is better than my camera I have on my PC. Even though, like, if you go on the app I have my that camera, quality is very good. Once I open OBS though, complete dog shit. I do not know why. But yeah. What I want to talk about in this video, one I actually have a subject to talk about today, and I think it should be the title of this video, and that is, if taking 2 steps back, or we go on the phrase 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I kind of did that today. I didn't take 2 steps. It wasn't 2 steps. It might have been a step, maybe a step and a half. I want to say it's half a step, because I caught myself, and I was like, yeah, this isn't good. What am I doing? Basically, kind of summing up with very little detail. I deleted a contact in my phone about a month ago. Wanted it back. Looked up how to get it back, and I guess I need to log in onto a web browser and sign into my iCloud and load up a previous backup on my phone. I think didn't get too depth into it, which is a good thing. Didn't become obsessed over it. But then today I just was like, I don't even know why I thought about it. So I was like having a pretty good day. But for some reason I was like, I was thinking about them, and I was like, let me just open my messages and just scroll to the bottom, to the very, very bottom. I found my text thread with them. It was right there, so I still have their number, if that is still their number. And that kind of like put me in a bit of like a panic mode, in the sense of, oh my god, why am I doing this to myself? Well, I kind of know why, because I want to reestablish that connection. Obviously, I would like a certain outcome, but at this point, I'm grasping for straws. But that happened, and I'm starting to think, or I wanted to think, was that really a 2 steps, 1 step, half a step back? And if so, is taking that 1 step forward, 2 step back, taking those steps back, are those bad things? Is it really a step back? Okay. Is it really a step back, or just how life is? Because we identify as, the 1 step forward being good, but the 2 steps back being bad and not good. But one, are they really, they can be that bad, but are they always bad? I think that's a better question, because we know, yeah, they are bad, isn't healthy for a lot of people, but is every step back bad? And in my sense, is the thing I got my emotions and my mental state stored up, got it messed up, was that necessarily a bad thing? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answers. Hold on a sec. Okay, anyways, yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I just had to take this thing and learn from it. That's all I can really do, is learn from things. And this is my original part I wanted to make today also, that I thought of earlier today. It's great to learn from things. I try to take everything as a learning experience. What can I learn from this? What can I learn from that? But you can do all the learning you want. If you don't go out and apply it, apply what you were learning and what you learned, it doesn't fucking matter. The analogy that I came up with, which is a pretty shit one, is if you're learning to bake a cake. You bake a cake and you messed up. And this is an analogy. Let's just say the reason why you messed up on the cake was simply because you didn't store for long enough. You didn't get the mixer to be as thick. You needed to store for longer. What you need to do is learn from that. Okay, learn, I need to store for longer. But if you go back and make the cake again and you don't store for longer, what was the point of fucking learning your lesson in the first time? Now, you didn't learn anything because you did the same thing again, but expecting a different outcome. Which is the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different outcome. Now it's also another thing, but it's also fine if you learn from something, try to apply it, and it still didn't work out, and it still didn't go the way you thought it would have. Maybe you stored this time, you stored for too long. You stored for way too long. Guess what? Learn from that. Okay, the first time I only stored for 10 seconds. The second time I was storing for 20 seconds. Okay, maybe let's meet myself in the middle this time, 15. And guess what? You gotta attempt a third time and apply that what you learned again. Learning's great, but if you don't actually use it, then what did he actually learn anything if you don't use it? So yeah, that's like kind of the original tangent I wanted to go on today, until that later thing happened to me. And it's like the most minuscule thing. It's unimportant, but it's so crazy how like small things can really get you stored up. It can really like rile up the emotions inside of you. I think that might be my very few today. Doing pretty good. Almost said it again and again. Wow, that's actually insane. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about. I'm probably going to continue down this spiral, or I'm going to go down this spiral holding on to the rail guards, holding on to the edge, holding on to the safety beams, because I think I'm a bit more aware of what I'm doing, how it's will affect me, but I also want some form of closure. I think people just want, I think what I want is a form of closure. Now obviously I have my idea of what would be like the perfect closure for me, or the perfect outcome in this scenario. And I also understand that as long as I make an attempt, anything I get back, or if even I get back nothing, that is a form of closure. Now there's really great forms of closure, and the way I want things to work out, and it's probably the worst thing that it could work out. But I think what we need to do is, I have the fucking content now, so I think once I build up the confidence and know exactly how I want to word my message, send it, and if I get a response, whoopie-doo, depending on what the response is, whoopie-doo. If I don't get a response, whoopie-doo. For all I know, they don't even have the same fucking phone number anymore. For all I know, they might have just straight up blocked the number. I actually didn't think about blocking the number part. Wow. Honestly, that might be a good thing. I still don't know what it looks like. What my message even sent? Who fucking knows? Google knows. Holy stuttle. But yeah. It's crazy how like small things, things you didn't think about for a while, things you thought didn't bother you as much as you thought they used to. I didn't phrase that properly. It's crazy how things that you thought didn't bother you as much anymore still do. It's just that you gotten used to how it bothers you, so it doesn't affect you as much. Or it could be that you just push it off to the side and you don't deal with it as much, and you don't deal with it anymore, you aren't done dealing with it. You still have to deal with it a bit more, but you don't want to deal with it anymore at this time. So you just push it off the sides. It's whatever. Which one applies to me? I have no fucking idea. I don't have the answer for this shit. I just think, it's either thinking no, but it's thinking. So, yeah. Other news, I guess. Look at guitars today. I really want to get into the guitar, but it's just learning it, I know it'll be very difficult. I played the saxophone in middle school and high school. This is a complete 180, different topics, but anyway, I think that wind instruments are so much better because, or at least certain wind instruments, because there isn't like, I don't know, I feel like this is easier to get down. That could just be biased because I played a wind instrument. And guitar looks hard. But also, the guitar, like this guy showed me, wasn't actually too insanely expensive. It was decently priced for a beginner guitar. But where they really try to get you is the amp. They showed me a really nice amp. It was, I got the quote. This amp he showed me, $350. That and that with that with the guitar, the total comes out to my potentially more than my fucking paycheck I get. Now it's a very nice amp. It has a lot of presets, so you don't like fiddle with the amp and get the settings quite right. But $350 for an amp, I don't even know how to fucking play a guitar. It would be a different story if I went in there already knowing how to play a guitar and I was looking for maybe a new guitar or a new amp. But for a beginner like me, hell no. Then there's another one that I think was like $170. So that's like $180 cheaper. Which brings the total down to what? $590, $490, still $500. But I mean, I still $180 cheaper, bro. So yeah. Yeah, anyways, still fucking insane. But yeah, I don't know, I was just balling out a lot of cool hobbies. This video's on for long enough. I didn't realize I was talking for this long. What I'm gonna see is uploads. I never upload a video from YouTube from my phone. It might be faster. I don't have no idea. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it uploads. I feel like I was doing good in these videos with the but towards like this last minute, I've just been laying them loose. But anyways, what's in the video though? Ending off with the question, am I happy? No. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.